We arrived early Monday morning at SIU Carbondale in southern Illinois to view the eclipse. The stadium didn't open until 11, so the first thing we did was eat breakfast, and then we headed over to this building where they had a craft fair going on, and then downstairs they had some science type things going on where you could get free eclipse glasses. You could get some other freebies. You could play Jenga and win a duck.
Pop that out, and you put the sun behind you, it shines through, so you can project it onto like an area where it's not a little. Yeah, and then they come off the
How many of you witnessed the 2017 eclipse? Yes. How many of you witnessed the 2017 eclipse from here? All right, you know the cloud. Okay. We're not going to have that time, right? So, I work at the Adler Planetarium in Chicago, and what I do is I do scientific research and engineering, and guess what? I do it all with high school students as well as scientists and some undergrads, and the public and volunteers. So we do science that engages not only those who have PhDs, but those who want to have PhDs. And so I'm going to tell you a little story today about some of the things we do and how it relates to what we're going to experience today. And so, let's see. Oh, there we go. So one of the things we do at the Adler Planetarium for our research is we launch balloons. Oh, well, not that kind of balloon, that kind of balloon. And these balloons are high altitude balloons. They're filled with helium, and they can actually launch payloads into the stratosphere. To launch a balloon, and by the way, these are middle school students. We train them to be able to, in a sense, do their own experiments, and then we help them launch them to the edge of space. And just to give you a little idea of what it looks like, oh, and by the way, we even engage adults. These are some teachers from Chicago who are learning how to do their own balloon missions so they could apply it to the STEM work that they do. So we'll launch a balloon. It'll rise up about maybe 1,000 feet per minute. So it'll take about a little more than an hour and a half to get to 100,000 feet. Balloon burst. Oh, no. The balloon bursts, and then it'll come back down on a parachute and safely land. Well, safely landing's a tricky thing. We can come down, but we can't, remember, we don't have propulsion. We don't have, any type of way to navigate. We just follow the winds. So what's fun about doing high altitude ballooning is you never know where you're gonna land. So here's a few examples of some of the retrievals we had. Everything from cow pastures, corn. We typically land in Indiana, maybe Illinois, so it's usually corn. Oh, and then one time, don't even ask, I can tell you the story later. We even had an interesting cat find one of our payloads. Direction. So you imagine each horizon you're seeing is maybe about 250 miles away. So it gives you a sense of scale. That shadow is moving, like I said, in real time. There's no editing going on here. You can see how fast it's moving. Now, what's also interesting is some people have asked me, it's like, oh, when there's totality, am I going to see a starry sky? And it's like, well, all those who raised their hands said you actually experienced the total eclipse before. Did you see a starry sky? No? Yeah, maybe? A few. Ah, good point. Technically, you can actually see down to what's called third magnitude stars during a total eclipse. What that means is maybe the brightest 50 or so stars, but here's the trick. If you notice, as the shadow's moving over, all the horizon is still lit. So during a total eclipse, it actually doesn't get so dark that it's like nighttime. It's more like a very late dusk. And the other thing is, for our eyes to properly adapt to a dark condition, to a night, it actually takes about 15 minutes or more. How long is totality today? Yep, about 4 minutes. So even if it was 15 minutes long, you'd still need all that time to adapt to a dark sky. By the way, it's kind of hard to see on this, but you actually can see a few lights coming on. Those are lights with photo sensors that are going, oh, it's dark, gotta turn on. And the lights, just like many other sensors, like our eyes and animals, will respond to the eclipse as though it becomes night.
So we got in line about 10 o'clock to get into the stadium. Just had berm tickets, so we just sat in the grass with a blanket.
You couldn't make it to this one. Where are you going?
Right here?
Bless you.
Thank you.
So
What
while
happens when you
we're
look at
waiting
the
for
sun?
balloon teams to get ready, we're going to take a break for just a few minutes, reapply that sunscreen, get those solar glasses out because it's
Look at it, Bob. There it goes.
There it goes. And just imagine that balloon is heading up to 75,000 feet in the air. We can't wait to check in on that later.
Does the moon generate light?
Temperature
Where's the
is
light
going down.
Where does the light for the moon come from? It reflects the sunlight, right? So if the moon is in front, there's no light that reflects. We're seeing the dark side of the moon right now. Yup.
It just doesn't work though. I can't get it to work through here. Just see that.
Alright, everybody. By the way, do you notice the temperature starting to get slightly cooler? Do you notice the
Yes.
light levels looking slightly strange? Do you notice your shadows getting sharper? Do you notice every pinhole projector is showing a projected image of the crescent sun? Definitely check all that out. Thank you, SIU Marching Salukis. You guys did an awesome job. A round of applause. All right, everybody. As you know, that 90-minute cross-country trip of totality is continuing to race toward us at over 1,500 miles an hour. And the shadow, the inner dark shadow, will soon be hitting Southern Illinois. But before we get there, I want to make sure we all know what to expect. So just prior to totality, so about a minute prior to totality, I want you to start looking around at any light-colored surface around you. It could be the concrete, it could be the white lettering on the field, anything at all. I want you to start looking for ripples of light on the ground. Those are shadow bands. We saw them at the end of the Eclipse in 2017. We might get to see them this time around. So about a minute prior to totality, start looking for these ripples of light up to just before totality. About 3 seconds prior to totality, the last little bits of sunlight are going to shine past deep craters on the edge of the moon. And so the sunlight will shine past the topography of the moon's surface itself. And those are called Bailey's beams. And then totality, 1:59 and 16 seconds. And then we are going to go silent, at least on the stage. You can shout and scream and cry and do whatever you want. Just make sure right now, pull out any phone or any camera you have. And make sure there is no flash on. And even if you think you turned it off, please check it right now. Check and make sure your flash is off. We do not want any flashes going off during totality because it may turn out to be fairly dark. All right? That's kind of the point. We want it to be dark. We want your pictures to be dark. All right? During totality, it is going to get pretty dark. In the sky, we hope we can see at least 2 planets, if not 4 or 5. Up to the upper left of the sun and moon, we will see a bright white dot, that will be Jupiter. Mercury will be located a little bit closer to the upper right. We may not see that one. It's going to be a little bit dim, we'll see. Down to the lower right of the sun and moon, we're going to see Venus. That will be the easiest one to spot. Down a little bit lower to the lower right, Saturn and Mars. So all of this will be in the sky during totality. But during totality itself, we are going to be completely quiet here up on the stage. We're just going to let you sit back and enjoy. By the way, look around. The colors are starting to look a little weird. The lighting level is looking a little weird. The temperature is starting to drop. The shadows are getting even sharper. Definitely take pictures of that. That is not something we get to see every single day. Put those solar glasses on, check out the sun. We have started our 10-minute counter. That is up on the board. 10 minutes, actually less than 10 minutes to go.
Earlier the sun was beating down on me. And now I've got chills.
Still way too much sun to look at, so keep using your solar glasses.
Stop. Please, you're just missing me.
It's almost totality!
It's just a sliver of sun left.
3 minutes.
2 minutes.
Oh my gosh, it's like pitch dark over there.
Yeah. I know how much light. Oh, look at that way. Look at right there.
There's birds flying over.
Yes, they will. They'll make the announcement.
Look at Buddy. Look at that.
Can you get it out, please?
Oh my God, look. It went away.
They went right down. They think it's bedtime.
Why do they think it's bedtime?
Wow.
How dark it is. You can see the sun's not blocking.
It looks like this.
Look at, there's another one right there. Is that Jupiter?
I believe so. My apples say it's a solar eclipse right now.
Yep. Your app's going off in the car right now.
Yeah, I know it's going off in the car. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding.
She's right. If you put your glasses on, you can't see anything.
Oh, I imagine. Yeah, it blocks out everything.
Yeah, I just figured it out. Oh, it's insane. That is insane.
Look at the light is starting to come. See, it's
About 5 seconds. 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
Oh.
All right, get your glasses back on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Temperature drop. Give it a couple minutes, buddy, but yes, now we can leave.
What did you think of that, Bud?
Did I not call that? We're going to leave in a few minutes, so we'll let the sun come back a little bit more.
I don't think that was 4 minutes. Was that really 4 minutes? Yeah. That didn't even seem like 4 minutes.
No, it did not. As soon as totality hit, my daughter next to me realized that something was on her hand, and she thought it was a fly, and she went to brush it away, and it turned out to be a bee, and it stung her right as totality hit. And then she was asking if I could help pull the stinger out, and I couldn't see it because it was so dark and we couldn't turn the flashlight on. So I missed about maybe a minute of totality. But here's my phone view of the recording. I didn't even know I was recording because everything was kind of happening all at once.
Now you can see it clearly. You can see the baby.
Look at right there.
There's birds flying over.
Oh, you can see a little sliver of light on the bottom. Look at that face there, like there's a tiny
Is that orange a red bottom, a flare?
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking that's a flare.
What color is my
Do you see the little point at the bottom, buddy? That little bright point?
Look at, there's another one right there. Is that Jupiter?
I believe so. My apples say it's a solar eclipse right now.
Yep. Indeed.
But it's insane! That is insane!
Look at the light is starting to come.
Totality in about 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
All right, get your glasses back on.